Well, we want to get into world best practice, I suppose, and follow the rest of the world. We know that point oh 0.08, as you saw on Campbell Live, people were quite sloshed. They were quite out of it. They were not comfortable to drive, and it just seems to be a too high a figure. We in the Waikato know that 25% of our accidents that are happening in the Waikato are alcohol related, and so we are determined to drop those figures, all the statistics for the whole of the Waikato, and so that's just one part of it, the alcohol thing. So we're very keen to see that sorted.
Because it's all about public safety, isn't it, and road safety. So dropping this, do you think it'll make a huge difference? Because when are you hoping to drop it down to?
Well, unfortunately, it's a law, so we can't drop it down until it's changed in Parliament. So we have to wait until that happens. But we know, as I say, we know that 25% are alcohol related. We know that on evidence from overseas, where they have dropped it from 0.08 to 0.05, that they have managed to have a significant reduction in accidents. And we've had experts look at those figures, and we feel that we can probably there could be 14 New Zealand lives saved, and 640 accidents, injury-related accidents, that could be affected if we drop it down.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't prove that, but we can actually. But that's what we think roundabout can happen.
You're wanting government to reconsider, because I've said flatly no.
Yep.
You're wanting them to reconsider. You've written to them. Are these some of the points that you were giving to them?
Oh yes, no, we're pointing out that what the government is saying is that they wanted to reconsider it for 2 years and do some New Zealand evidence. We're saying don't wait for New Zealand evidence. We've got world evidence to prove that, and it's pointless waiting. And we in the Waikato are so keen to drop our statistics to save lives. The issue in the Waikato is that we actually have some of the densest traffic in the country, and our statistics are already the highest. And so we've done a regional road safety strategy, which was just done last year, and the government has just done their safer journeys. I went down to the launch of this in Wellington earlier in the year, and these documents are really in alignment, and we are saying that the alcohol is a significant factor in this, and we need to get this sorted.
It doesn't seem a big jump though, a big limit to be dropped. I mean, from 0.08 to, I mean, it's only 0.03, milligrams difference. I mean, how many standard drinks is 0.05?
Well, I know what standard drinks are for 0.08, and 0.08 is that, and we had Leo Turman, who's the Inspector for Police in the Waikato. I know Leo and he knows me, and so we asked him yesterday how much could I drink, and I can actually drink a bottle of wine and still be on 0.08, just on 0.08. So that would, and probably could drive, and so that's unbelievable. And I would never do that, of course.
That is shocking.
Yeah,
I mean,
or 8 standard beers. Provided I had a meal and that sort of stuff, that's how much I can drink. I didn't actually ask what it would drop it down to, but most New Zealanders consider that 2 drinks and then driving is probably acceptable, and you wouldn't want to be going over much more than that.
Well, you wouldn't want to be driving with a whole bottle of wine in your system, really.
No, it's extraordinary, and so we feel that generally the public understand that, and most of the public obviously do only just drink to extreme moderation when they're going to be driving. Just going back to other countries, there's a whole raft of countries that have dropped it down to 0.05. However, there's even some countries, and Sweden and Norway in particular, have got down to their legal limit is 0.02. And there are even some countries that are considering 0 for anyone. If you're going to be driving, 0, just like an aeroplane pilot or something.
Well, gosh, you'd think that was a sensible choice. That way there's no conflicting views on how many drinks you could have or you can't have. Yeah. So who's against lowering the limit?
Well, that's an extraordinarily interesting question, because I don't see anyone against it. The police, the road traffic authorities and road traffic safety authorities, everyone's in a full agreement even like this is the strange part in their Safer Journeys document, which they launched earlier this year. There's major discussion about this in it, and they sort of almost like prepared the country for it, and then stepped back at the last minute. So we're just a lot of us are a little bit surprised by that and disappointed, and so we just think perhaps a bit of public pressure on them, on the government, to reevaluate that decision, and maybe we can get it to change.
Yeah. If you can't get them to change, is there other road safety strategies in place that you're hoping to implement in the Waikato?
Oh yes, no. Well, we do, and it's interesting. As I say, we in the Waikato have been very strong on road safety, and I've got the statistics here for the Waikato region. And when I say the Waikato region, just remember it goes from the top of Bombay Hills right through to halfway across the Desert Road down to Mokau and Taranaki and across halfway to Napier. So it's a vast area. So we've been averaging around about that 70 deaths a year. Our highest was 2005. We were 93, and last year we were 67. So we are actually, because of our efforts around road safety, we've turned the corner. We're bringing the road toll down, but we've got we've got a strategy that by 2040 we want to have 40 less deaths on our roads, and so that's going to be a real challenge. But it's our target, and we're determined to make it happen. Just any death is one too many, but even if we can reduce it down even more, well, that's our target, and that's what we're going for.
Yeah, definitely. Norm, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been very interesting.
Good.